everybody and welcome back to a brand new video. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Happy New Year to you and welcome to the first video on my channel in 2020. I want to wish you a Happy New Year and hopefully everyone's feeling as positive as I am about this year. Not only is it a new year, but it is also a new decade. I am a millennial child, so I was born in 1999, so I kind of grew up with the years of the 2000s, and I'm currently 20 at the minute, and I feel like this next decade is going to be such a big decade. I'm probably going to end up having my first house, having children, having pets, and so much is probably going to happen in this next 10 years, and I'm so excited about it. But for the minute, let's focus on the current year that we're in, 2020, and what my New Year's resolutions are going to be for this year and what I'm going to try and achieve. I'm really sorry about the lighting. It is January in England, so the sun is setting still very early on. So the lighting's going down with the sun a bit, unfortunately, but I'm hoping it's okay for this video. This is the second time I filmed this video. The first time it wasn't in focus at all, so that's why it's so dark and so late, so I'm really sorry about that. Hopefully you'll forgive me and let's get into the video. So for the first part of the video I'm going to be talking about what my main New Year's resolutions are going to be for the year and what I'm going to try and achieve. I think it's so important to have New Year's resolutions even if they're not necessarily at the beginning of the year. What you're going to try and achieve in the year and how you're going to get to where you want to be by the end of the year. It's just really good for your mentality and to try and push you further on to doing what you really want to do. I thought it was very important to sit down with myself and think of some New Year's resolutions to try and get myself in the right mindset and work towards a better self for myself. My first main resolution for the year is to have more self-confidence. My self-confidence has grown an awful lot over the past few years previous. I would say I was at my lowest when I was at school. I have not been at school for almost a year now and my confidence has honestly skyrocketed. It is so nice to get out of friendship groups you don't want to be with, stop seeing people you don't want to see, and just being more free and being able to do what you want. But my goal this year is to build it up even more and try even harder to be more confident. I really like to be able to be confident without wearing makeup and have nice skin. My skin isn't too bad, but it's quite dry in places and it just needs a bit of love and attention, I think, which it has not had for quite a while. So I really want to invest in some better skincare this year. So please let me know if you know any brands or any skincare that does wonders, because I really just want to work on having lovely skin on my face and working on it so that I can feel more confident when going out with a bare face. Just having a nicer base to work off of when I do wear makeup as well. Obviously for that as well, I also need to drink more water, which is a big goal for me this year, as well as eating better. I just want to eat better foods that are better for my body. This New Year's resolution also relates to me mentally as well. I want to be mentally confident and know what's going on in my head. I want to meditate and go on walks and just really analyse my thoughts and what I think about situations. I want to find out why my brain reacts to certain situations like it does and see if I can handle situations differently and almost retrain my brain. At the end of 2019 I realised I was starting to become a very pessimistic person, which wasn't only affecting myself but was affecting others around me. So this year I'd really like to try and change my mindset into just try and find the good in every situation and always try and better myself, which I think is a really important trait to have. That's one of my biggest goals this year, as I think with self-confidence comes a lot of power as well. My next resolution is to try and be more experimental with my fashion. I absolutely love putting outfits together and having a proper outfit on, but I just don't do it very regularly, so I'd really like to try and do that more this year and see if I can try any different styles if anything suits me more, as well as stuff which isn't clothing, such as getting my ears pierced. I have got my bottom ears pierced, but I'd really like to get my seconds done and maybe a few others around my ear this year. I also think I want to change up my hair this year. I'm not too sure how. I had red hair for about 6 years. Bright red hair, all different kinds of red, but it was in my hair for about 6 years, and then last year I decided it was probably time to give my hair a rest. It was becoming so dead, so horrible. I dyed it brown and then I've just let it grow out for the past year or so, so I think it's about time to start doing something different with it again. I think it's healthy enough because I'm really bored of it. So another one of my resolutions is to be more creative. At the start of 2019 I actually finished a foundation art course, and previously to that I had studied art in A-level as well as GCSE, so it was a big part of my life for about 4 or 5 years. It's all I would ever do in my spare time. I would always be thinking about things to do artistically and coming up with ideas, and suddenly it just went from doing all of that, going on to a foundation degree where I was doing it every single day, to doing nothing. and I think it's really had a toll on me mentally and how I think of ideas and how my brain works. I think of stuff very creatively, which is explained in this video because I'm making a mood board for these ideas to try and get to terms with my ideas and what I want to achieve. I think it's really important to try and exercise that part of the brain, especially if you enjoy it. So in any spare time, I really would like to try and upload videos like this, which is creative, draw or do painting or take photos, just anything creative to try and keep that side of the brain working and generating ideas. And I feel like it'll make me a much happier person as well. My fourth resolution for this year is to become more knowledgeable. I would really like to be wise and have a lot of knowledge on things that I am passionate about and know about a lot of stuff. I just really look up to people who are wise and understand things, and I just really would like to be one of them people. My New Year's resolution is to learn more about stuff I'm passionate about, learn new things, learn everything I possibly can. I would definitely like to learn how to cook more. I really enjoy cooking and baking, but I don't do it very often, so I would like to broaden my cooking knowledge as well as watch more iconic films. I was a media student and I love films and TV and everything, so I want to broaden that as well and learn about more iconic films in history and why they were so amazing and important, and just really have a good understanding of films. Also, just in everyday, I'm planning to buy a house within the next couple years, hopefully. I'm trying to save for it, so I'd like to try and learn about everything it takes to buy a house and what you need to do, just kind of broaden what I know about so I seem more well-rounded. My next New Year's resolution is to go on more adventures, whether this be travelling, going out for dinner, going out and doing things, just doing more with my time. I really love to go to Florida again this year, and hopefully we're going to be going. I'm pretty sure we're going to be going. Maybe somewhere else on travelling this year as well. I would also like to meet up with friends. With all my free time, I would like to spend it enjoying myself and surrounding myself with fun things. This also kind of equates to me messaging people and kind of going out of my way to see people. I have in the past had a really bad habit of not replying to people. Nothing nasty, I just literally forget to do it. That's definitely going to be top of my priority list, to start replying to people and arranging to meet up with them and going places and really just putting the effort in, just to take every opportunity that comes and do it to the fullest. And then my last resolution for this year is to save money and make more money and think about my future. As I've said, I'm trying to buy a house within the next couple years. I'm really driven with saving money. I got engaged in 2019. We're going to start planning a wedding soon. We're thinking of going abroad, so hopefully by the end of this year we'll have a bit of understanding where we want to get married, and then we can work from there. Also careers as well. I really want to get a new job that's more creative and in better interest for me, and just try and work on myself so I can help my future self. Now let's get on to the mood board part of the video. These boards are called mood boards, or they're called dream boards or vision boards. They're called loads of different things, and basically you print off loads of pictures of things that inspire you or things that you want to achieve, and you collage them on a massive board, put it somewhere where you're going to see it every day. This all rotates around the idea of the law of attraction. The law of attraction is basically a theory where if you think of something enough and believe in something enough and work towards it and have the right mindset for it and give off the right energy for it, it's sure enough that the universe will bring it back around to you. Obviously it's not as easy as that. You can't just think about something, you've got to put the effort in to try and make it a reality as well. But if you think about the bigger picture and what you really would like to achieve and start taking the baby step, the law of attraction is meant to make it become a lot easier to get to your goal, because you're in the right mind state and you know what you're doing all this for. Or it's just a really nice creative way to think about your goals and mentally prepare yourself to take on all these things you want to do. I personally believe in the law of attraction. Many people don't, because you can't prove it and people like to have stuff that has proof. Energy is definitely a real thing, so maybe there is a part of our brain that does give off the energy in order for it to come back to us. I feel like you're gaining a lot more if you do believe in it rather than if you don't. But I'm really going to work hard on the law of attraction this year and trying to manifest a bit more, think of a better life for myself. I think this vision board is going to be the right way to start it off. So I've spent the last few evenings looking through Tumblr and Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and Google and all the different social media platforms to see things that I've reblogged or retweeted or saved. These are all my photos that I've come up with. There's a few quotes in there. There's some kitchen ideas for future houses. There's just loads and loads and loads of pictures there, all relating to stuff that I've just spoken about previously. And I have chosen a quote to be my central quote, which I'm going to put on the middle of the board, which is concentrate on what you are doing, no distractions, centre yourself, and this is your time. I feel like broadly I really want to set up a better life for myself, so that's my main goal for this year. And then all these photos, basically you go around it and then pop it somewhere where you're going to see it. So stick around if you want to see how that turns out. I'm going to go and do that now and then show you the final, what it finally is going to look like. So let's do that now. So it's a little bit later and I thought I'd show you how my mood board turned out. This is the final product and I'm so happy with it. Hopefully you can see all the different factors of it and what makes it up and relate it to my New Year's resolutions and what I'm planning to achieve this year. For example, I've got loads of housing bits up in this corner, then it goes down into, there's some films there and travel and eating healthier, things I want to learn, to wedding ideas and outfit ideas, as well as self-confidence. There's a message down there to remind me to message people more. There's the YouTube button, the subscribe button, there's money up in the top corner, and just loads and loads of nice things on there to remember and think about, as well as lots of quotes. I'm really happy with this mood board and hopefully it's given you some inspiration. This didn't take too long to put together and it was actually really fun. I'm going to hang this poster up in my room, and then I also had enough photos left over to be able to make a mini version in my notebook, which is right here. It's got a similar layout and has lots of quotes on it to read. I think it's going to be really nice to open up to and look at every day when I'm writing my notes down for the day. So these are both my final products and I think they've tackled exactly the idea I was setting out, and hopefully they end up working. I can't wait to hang them up and have all the positive energy in my room to make 2020 the best year it can be. I hope my mood boards have inspired you to make your own, or even just think about your New Year's resolutions and how you can make them a reality. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching if you're still here. If you did enjoy this video, please subscribe. One of my biggest goals this year is to take advantage of this YouTube channel and make as much content as I can. So please subscribe if you're enjoying it. If you have similar interests to me, wedding talk, buying a house talk, Disney talk, traveling talk, interior design talk, if you're interested in any of that, please subscribe. Make a comment of what your New Year's resolutions are and what you would really like to achieve this year, in hopes that the energy will come back to you. Just a massive thank you for watching again, and I will see you soon in my next video. Thank you. Bye.